Hello everybody, how you doing? We're going to be talking about a jazz club in California called Yoshi's. Now, I got to tell you a little secret. Back in the early 80s when I was touring around the country doing drum and bugle corps, a young Japanese gentleman came over from Pearl Drums International to follow our drum corps around because we were using their product, the Pearl drums. His name was Yoshi Tanaka. Yoshihika Tanaka did not speak one word of English, but he knew everything there was to know about drum corps, could sing any song, whistle it any exact pitch. He is still a great friend, and although I don't speak his language, he does not speak mine. Thank God for translation and Facebook. We stay in touch after all these years. This is not about that particular Yoshi. Because I don't know, one of those stupid males, I've always thought that Yoshi's was like a man kind of thing. And then, as I did my research, I discovered that Yoshi is spelled Y-O-S-H-I-E. That's female. Yes. This establishment was established by a female. And what a female she is. You see, she was orphaned by World War II. Yes. And she still managed to educate herself in the arts. And finally came to America to continue her study of dance and dance therapy and related fields, and settled in California, which has long been an oasis for the Asian community. After a few years, somewhere around 1972, she opened a Japanese restaurant in Berkeley. But she always had an affinity for this crazy music she first heard in Japan and then, well, certainly heard on the West Coast. We call it jazz. So soon, she had added a lounge and a little bar and was programming jazz. After a couple of years of success, she decided to get herself some bigger and better digs and to support revitalization of a deteriorated black community. Because we know that in the 70s, a lot of black neighborhoods were blemished, some destroyed by the riots. So she moved from Berkeley to Oakland, California. For those that don't know, Oakland, California is also the birthplace of the Black Panther Party. Yes, she moved right to the belly of the beast. And she opened a business in the Jack London area, which had been pretty much African American, and she expanded it into a full-fledged jazz club. At one point or another, she moved to the port of Oakland, but when revitalizations were taking place there, she moved again, but she kept her club going. And she programmed jazz almost exclusively, from Pharoah Sanders to Dizzy Gillespie to, we can go on, Wayne Shorter. We can just go on and on and on. I don't think there is a major jazz artist that exists, Jimmy Witherspoon or blues, that did not perform there. I know that she has Average White Band coming up pretty soon as well, so she does a little bit of R&B as well, but a lot of jazz. You know, Jason Moran and people like that, you know, she's very much into the jazz and has been since the 70s. She even ventured out and opened a second location in another blighted, formerly African-American neighborhood in San Francisco. And after a few years' success, that location was bought by the Fillmore Live Entertainment Corporation, which is based on Fillmore East, Fillmore West. Let's just say they tried to change the offerings And after 2 or 3 years, they had to close their doors. They tried to revitalize it and bring the jazz back, as the last performer in that venue was Roy Haynes, great jazz drummer. But it was too late, and that location went down, but it did not go down under Yoshi's management. That was the Fillmore people that caused that to go under. Her establishments are still going strong in the Oakland area. It is one of the top jazz venues on the entire West Coast of the United States. And as I have said, you name them and they have played there. The list of luminaries from the jazz community is just nonstop. So once again, if you are in California, make sure you go by Yoshi's in Oakland, California. So some really good and healthy food, as well as some really good and healthy music. Jazz, baby. Thank you, Yoshi Abiba, for coming to America and bringing your talents and your passion for this music.